Heavyweight boxing has arrived on the Rock. We're here in the Sunborn ahead of Saturday's huge heavyweight rematch between Povetkin and Whyte. The press conference will be taking place here. As you can see the setup, I'm about to head upstairs and talk to Dillian Whyte exclusively, and the Rumble on the Rock is just days away. Well, first off, welcome to Gibraltar. Been making appearances right on social media around the place. A lot of happy punters finding you, taking pictures and stuff. Hope the locals be making you feel as home.
Thanks everyone for having me. It's good here, you know. Obviously, I was in Portugal, so it's easy for me to drive here as well, and it's good. Obviously, most of the people here is really vaccinated and stuff. It's safe, you know. The COVID procedure that we've done for the fight, we had to have 2 tests before coming here. So no, it's good, man. It's good. It's good that everyone's safe and we can still work and still enjoy it at the same time. So it's good.
Yeah. COVID concerns obviously top of the list. We've had to make sure that everything's safe. We've had to make sure that everything's good to go. You're happy with it. I think Public Health Gibraltar are happy with it. So, what are your first impressions of the venue? What are your first impressions of Gibraltar?
The venue is good. It's different, you know. I'm used to fighting in the bigger shows in front of a lot more people, but times has changed. We have to. The only way we get through this is by changing and keep adapting and keep strategizing and planning and being safe and stuff. And you know, it's just great that Gibraltar is giving me a chance to help bring sports and life back to some sort of normality as well. Also being safe at the same time, because I think now is a strange time. Everybody's a bit scared, a bit worried and stuff. So it's good that for him to see that, you know, crowds going back and everyone's safe and everything is good. So it start reinforce that confidence again into people, you know.
Yeah. This is, I mean, obviously it's not 20,000 people. It's not the O2.
Yeah.
But it's more than you had at the first fight with Povetkin. So how much of a difference does the crowd make to you?
It's good to have crowd, you know. But like I said, this is bigger than just me. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's bigger than just me. It's not about me, but it makes a lot of difference. You know what I mean? I'm a fighter by nature anyway. So it doesn't. I'm used to fighting regardless to how much people is there anyway. But this is bigger than me. Like I say, it's about reinforcing that confidence in the people and say that, okay, things is going on, but we can still be normal. We can still, it might not be the same magnitude as it was before, but we have to start slowly and get back and do. If we do things safely and carefully, then we can return to normality a lot faster than if we don't do anything about it. So, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you've said your mum and sister have been working frontline with COVID. They've seen exactly how much of an impact it can have, and we've got to, as you say, find some normality again. And with events like this, hopefully we'll be able to bring a bit of confidence back to the sector and make sure next time we can have even more of a crowd. Yeah,
you know, obviously we're not taking silly risks. We're going to be careful and, you know, bail it as best as we can and as safe as we can and whatever. But I think there's plan for crowds going back in April. I think up to a massive number. But the good thing is within a smaller number, see how it goes. Then if we go again, we can add to it. You know what I mean? Instead of just going from 0 to 10,000. You understand? So, you know, obviously my sister and my mum are nurses, and they seen and they understand, and they told me what they've seen, and you know, obviously to be careful and to be safe and stuff like that. And so yeah, that's why when we looked at all the different places and the travelling restriction and travelling back to England, have to go through, get on the plane, do this. Gibraltar was the best option, the safest option with most, I think 97% of the population double, not just vaccinated, double vaccinated or whatever. So it's great, man. It's just
I mean ultimately it's not ideal, but London's loss is Gibraltar's gain. We're delighted to have this caliber of contest happening here. Obviously, speaking about the contest itself, the preparation camp in Portugal, how are you feeling ahead of the fight?
I'm in good shape. I'm good, you know. Obviously now there's the final touches, but I'm in good shape. I feel strong. I feel fit. I'm healthy. You know, I'm at a good weight at the minute, so I feel very good and very powerful. You know, and I can't wait. Right now I'm very calm and chilled, but there's a lot of aggression and rage inside of me looking to get off. You know. Yeah.
This is, of course, a rematch. Looking back, what happened last time?
It was a good fight last time. I fought a good fighter last time. People forget, Povetkin's won every single fight as an amateur, everything. Every single accolade he can win as an amateur, won.
Yeah.
Professional, done the same. Heavyweight, he's only lost to two Olympic. He's an Olympic gold medalist. He's only lost to two of our Olympic gold medalists. So it's Klitschko and Joshua is reigning for a long time. And they're both unified heavyweight champions. So, you know, it's a difficult fight. It's a good fight. Very technical, very experienced. But I'm a very quick learner, you know. And like I said, the only way I lose is by getting knocked out, you know. And now we go back, we run it again, and put it right, you know.
Speaking of learning, Mike Costello said the loss to Joshua is what turned you into a real professional heavyweight.
Yes.
You've spoken about that as a milestone, about you taking it to the next level. What did you learn from the loss to Povetkin?
I learned that, you know, the loss to Povetkin wasn't even so much. I learned so much, really. It's like, as soon as the fight was over, I knew what I needed to do.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh, I needed to go and study. The Joshua loss was different because I didn't train properly. I didn't live the lifestyle right. I didn't do stuff right, you know. But this one's different. I just need to just make some adjustments, some minor adjustments, some miniature. They're big adjustments, but they're miniature adjustment in the grand scale of things. So that's all it just reminded me. You know what I mean? Don't slip.
Was it a bit of complacency? Do you feel? Do you think you put him down twice? This is a done deal.
No. It wasn't that. You know, I'm not that kind of guy. I'm the kind of guy that I try and finish guys. I fight with aggression. You know, I'm not that. It was a strange time. You know, there's a lot of things that was going on that was strange. The start of COVID, no crowd, changing trainers. Obviously, my long-term trainer left because of COVID. A lot of things, and then we left the strength and conditioning guy that we had, the original guy. Because of COVID, there was restriction. We couldn't get him, so we had to get another guy. And then the fight before that, I never had a strength and conditioning trainer. So a lot of things was going on, but it's no excuse. Povetkin threw a good punch. He set it up good, and he landed a good punch. It's heavyweight boxing. So now we regroup, we go again. You know, so there's no excuse. And I can make 100 excuses, but that's not my style. Yeah.
You still think you're hungry then for it? You still feel you got the motivation that you had?
10
years ago.
Of course. The motivation's always there, man. The motivation is always there. I'm 32 years old. I'm not old. You know what I mean? I'm not old, man. Not like I'm 40 and thinking, oh man, I'm 32 years old. I'm still in my prime. The main thing is, the most important thing is, I'm still improving physically, mentally, and technically. I'm improving as well.
I mean, now you know you've been comfortably established as one of the best heavyweights in the world. Before you got to that point, you had the real motivation. You've spoken about the difficulties and the hardship that you had from a very young age. When you've got that motivation,
it's even worse now where I am. It's even worse now. It's like you think the way I am it'd be easier, but it's not. It's harder. I've been chasing the world title shot for 3 years, and I've been number one for 3 years. It's got worse. At least when I wasn't number one, it was a lot of talking, a lot of shouting than I was, so it's even worse. It's even worse. My career has been must win. So I'm used to that anyway. My motivation is still the same. I'm a guy, I don't need much to fighting for me. I'm a fighter. I'm a fighter before I was a father, before I'm a sportsman, before this, before I'm a family man. I'm a fighter. There's no pure a fighter than me. It's impossible to find someone that's a pure fighter than me. You know, obviously boxing, I had to learn to box, I had to learn to do this, I had to learn to get into shape, I had to learn the techniques, I had to learn what to eat, I had to learn the science stuff, but fighting, second nature to me, you know.
I mean, as you've said, you were number one contender. You've been unfairly overlooked. I think you'll agree with that many times over with the WBC title. You've learned the hard way that it's not always fair.
Yeah,
what do you think this fight could do for you? If a big performance on Saturday,
I should be back where I was, number 3 heavyweight in the world. I think it was Fury, Joshua, and me, and then Wilder and the rest. I should be right back there. You know, I should be right back there.
We're talking about, I think a lot of people see it that way. At the moment, you have to look at them as a 1 and 2, but it's a great time for British boxing, and to have you knocking on the door and hopefully getting yourself right back in the mix.
3 of the top 5 heavyweight in the world is from Britain. You know, never happened before.
It's a good time for it. Well, Moving away slightly from boxing, you've been celebrated on a £2 coin in Gibraltar. It's doubly significant. I mean, it might have happened anyway, but there's talk there this year in the UK of getting more black representation on the money.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, well, it's part of the conversation there. We've gone ahead, we've pipped them to it. How does that feel? Do you see yourself as a role model?
It's mind-blowing and overwhelming to be the first, you know, that's something special. Be the first at something. First place, firstborn, first to arrive. You know what I mean? The first to achieve something. The first is, there's not a lot of things in life that I was the first at, man. So I'm just grateful that a person like me come from the places I've come from, what I've been through, and the way I start off in life to be the first. There's many black guys that's done way bigger things than me. I'm a small spot on the big picture of things, but I'm just grateful. Like I said, everything's about timing and precision and the people around you. And the good thing is I'm relatable to the people. People can relate to me. I'm reachable to the people. And the people, they see how I act with the people, or react with the people. And that's what giving me this opportunity and the sacrifice that all those other great black people has done before me. The things they've done, the sacrifice, them losing their life to stand up to other things. I'm not a politician or some representative or whatever, but there's been a lot of black guys that suffered, and it's all that they're suffering, what they've been in a position to be the first. So I want to give them credit and thank them. I thank all of my people and all the people who work alongside us to make it happen, because it's not just me. Obviously, I'm the first black person, but it's because of the Gibraltarian government and the people that push it forward and see me fit enough to make the representation. So I'm so grateful, I mean? I can never do enough for the people that's behind this, I can never thank them enough.
We like to think in Gibraltar that we're not affected by the worst of racism, what we see in some other places. And I think this was seen as the perfect opportunity. Black people have been underrepresented, as you say, in positions of prominence as on money, so this just seemed like the perfect chance to do it.
Once the conversation started about the fight, this conversation that was had, and the approach of the government took, and the way we dealt with things, and I thought, you know what, these people actually realize the opportunity that we can work together and create as a big thing. You know what I mean? Gibraltar is a how can I put this? It's a very adaptable. You know what I mean? You lot adapt cultures. You lot adapting. You lot are very smart, building, reclaiming land, expanding. You know what I mean? And also a very caring country. You know what I mean? Obviously looking after the monkeys and protecting the wildlife. You know what I mean? Having a city, but still having enough wildlife around. You know, so it was great for me. I love this place. After the fight, I'm definitely coming back for an holiday. I'll be coming here a lot. And hopefully we can bring bigger fights and better fights here in the summer.
That would be a dream come true.
I would love it.
We're hopefully going to lay the path for more of this to happen.
I love it. I love it.
So, I mean, as you're on the playing your own part here, you are going to be idolized by many people, whether you like it or not. So, do you see yourself as that sort of person that you want others to style themselves on?
I never think of myself like that, because honestly, I know the power and the position I'm in, but I never think, wow, I'm this. I just see myself just like, if me and you went out, we're the same. I don't think, I'm this great champion or this great big strong guy. I just think, I'm just out with a mate or a friend of a friend, and that's it. That's who I am. That's who I am. It's like yesterday I was with my friends, I was walking to the gym. One of them lace came undone. He had 2 bags in his hand. He was going to put the bags. I said, don't worry. Let me tell you, lace. I just bend down and I just tie his lace up for him. You know what I mean? And it's nothing. Some guys, but that's who I am. You understand? If I see someone struggling with shopping, I'll help them. That's why I'll give someone a lift. I'll help someone, and that's who I am. I don't care if I'm worth 600 million. I'll always be me, and that's it, man.
Dillian, It's been a pleasure interviewing you. Last words.
Just want to say thanks for you guys. Thanks everyone in Gibraltar, government, the people. Thanks everyone for making this happen, and thanks for the support and tuning in Saturday night, because war is going to break out at some point. You know, someone's going to get knocked out, and it ain't going to be me this time.